everyone, it's Neon back here for tonight, and I'm gonna be showing you stuff. I haven't decided yet, but I'm gonna show stuff. I'm gonna draw it right here in front of you. So, why don't I show you an upcoming coaster project? Shall we? Then one just came to mind. So there is this roller coaster, obviously, but one that already exists in real life. It's called Dragon Mountain at Marineland. And if you didn't know, Marineland is closing for good. Or, well, it is closed for good. And all the rides, everything that's there, including the roller coaster, is for sale. So technically, you, as of now, can buy a roller coaster. But I doubt that it's gonna be bought and relocated because, you see, first, this thing is old. It was built in 1982, I believe, by a company called Aerodynamics, which unfortunately they went bankrupt and they no longer exist since they went bankrupt in 2001. Second, it's a big coaster. It's pretty long, pretty big. And third, this thing is kind of on a hill and uses the terrain to its advantage. Meaning that if you were to relocate this, you would have to basically either one, make brand new supports for it, which would be pretty dang hard with the original manufacturer being gone, and two, and you would have to basically recreate the terrain like one-to-one. Basically, the chances of this coaster ever like reopening are very, very small. They're very slim. I doubt that thing's ever gonna open. I hope it does. I wish it does. But I doubt it. Anyway, that's why I want to recreate it in Vrchat, so I can live on. So, how does it start? Well, you enter through a little dragon's mouth. That's the official entrance, and you go through a little cave, and you go around into this into a dark area with some lights. So you can, where the loading station is. You board onto your train, pull down your restraints, and the operator dispatches the train into the lift hill directly in front. And that is going to be represented right here. Now, what's the best way to doing this? We're going to do that. Okay. So, let's say station is here, right? So here's your station. It goes in that direction. And then you dip a little bit and you go up into a 180-foot tall lift hill. In fact, it's so big that for its time it had to have 2 different lift motors, which means that 2 different chains. So right in the middle, it actually switches, which is pretty unusual for a coaster like this. Now, since this is 180 feet tall, you don't really notice it because you're going up a hill or a little mountain at the same time. So, when you get up to the top, you're only like 5 feet off from the ground. So from here you do a little turnaround to the left, and then you enter your first 2 loops. And you come around, turn, and do a little midi-course brake run, but you pass through that. And then you go into a little double helix. Move this loop, which is supposed to be a volcano. And then, okay, from here, where do we go? I'm trying to think. So, if this is the station, then oh, I know, I got this. Then it goes down into what is supposed to be a replica of the Niagara Falls. But since this coaster really was completed, Niagara Falls, it was just nothing. It was nothing but an open field with some steel structures still there for more than 40 years. It's crazy. We keep coming around, you keep going, you go up a little bit, and then you go into this little tunnel, and then you suddenly just drop even more. You suddenly just drop even more into the world's only bow tie. And then come up a little bit, you turn to the left and into the brake run and back into the station. So there you go. This right here is a rough like a rough sketch of Dragon Mountain. Let me turn on smoothing so that way is a lot better. Where is that located? Heavier. Smooth. There we go. So, here we go. There's the station. Go up. All the way up here. Drop a little bit. Do 2 vertical loops. Turn. Then go through this little helix right here. Inside a volcano. Then you go into the tunnel. Then you exit into what's supposed to be a recreation of Niagara Falls. And then you drop down into the bow tie, which is basically a bat wing, but instead of coming out this way, you come out the same direction you came from. and then back into the station. So yeah, and of course, when I do this, I'm actually going to make a replica of the Niagara Falls. Well, as far as I know. Which, that's gonna be pretty cool, hopefully. But yeah, who knows? Only time will tell. Another one that I want to recreate, if it never opens again, is Desperado, which is technically in my backyard. In my backyard, I mean like a 40-minute drive away from me. If you didn't know, Desperado at Buffalo Bills, unfortunately, is closed, but will to only be open for special events. And unfortunately, no coaster, or log flume, or any of the rides they had over there. Because, I don't know, they really should have done the proper maintenance to get those things open, if you ask me. But yeah, anyway. So yes, that is Dragon Mountain. Project that I would love to do. However, I'm not sure where I would group it with. Whether it should be its own thing, in its own world, or something like that. I don't know. I would like to do a little like group community project where we get together and make and design a cool theme park. I call it Project Blossom or Star Blossom. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. It's still in its planning stages, but yeah. How long have I been recording for? I don't even know. If I had to guess, probably like 12 minutes. So yeah. Well, take care. And head off. And you. Boom. Love you. Bye.